Hello and welcome to the History of the Blood War series. I am your presenter, J Onwuka, and today I would like to just give an introduction to this entire series for new listeners who are coming upon the series and I guess want to know more about where I'm coming from with this whole concept. This is really aimed at people who are going on adventures or planning out adventures and feel that they're going to come in contact with demons and devils and this long-running conflict called the Blood War. So what I want to do with this series is to give out some facts and insight about the Blood War that you might not be able to put together from the sources, just because the sources are a little bit sparse in this regard. So I guess to start from point zero, what is the Blood War? The Blood War is an eternal war between demons and devils for the dominance of the lower planes. The universe is made up of a number of sub-realities called planes, of which material reality is only one. Some planes are material as well, which are similar to our own, worlds like Faerun and Eberron and Krynn and so on. It's relatively hard to travel from one material plane to another. However, there are also non-material planes full of beings who don't have to obey the bounds of mortal magic and physics. Some of these non-material planes are considered to be paradises or utopias, which are ruled over by benevolent deities. These are usually called the upper planes. Other planes are body-ruining and mind-racking in their very nature, where existence itself is torture and the only thing that is rewarded is cruelty. These are known as the lower planes. Now, many different beings developed on the lower planes at the beginning of time, with two groups in particular evolving as polar opposites, the imperious devils and the volatile demons. Devils thrive chiefly on dealing pain, so their society prioritizes prolonging suffering through humiliation, abuse, and torture, rather than simply executing their enemies. Devils savor pain, so they must have the time to appreciate it, and this is the nature of their hierarchy. Higher devils can be alone more for this purpose, and lower devils covet that position for that reason. Now, the demons, on the other hand, are sustained by destruction, not just inflicting pain, but rendering something which exists into nothing. For example, breaking a table in half doesn't leave two half tables, but 0 tables, because a broken table is no longer a table, if you understand what I'm saying. What to us is sort of a metaphysical concept of a table being broken into no tables rather than 2 half tables, to demons is something that's core to their being. They are creatures that want to break things apart, not necessarily into nothingness, but apart from what we know it as it is. Consuming for the demons is pretty much the same thing as destroying. Demons generally do not have the kind of internal organs that mortals have, and when they consume things, those things are generally completely destroyed. It's one of the few ways to destroy a large number of things which would otherwise simply recur. So, in all of this, what I sort of want to emphasize is that opposed to devils, demons really don't care that much about inflicting pain itself, but they do have a great need to engage in indiscriminate carnage. Both demons and devils aspire to have power over the multiverse. Demons want to destroy it, while devils want to enslave it. But these cross purposes put the two groups at odds. In addition, both groups of fiends are more or less trapped on the lower planes. These elements together make the endless conflict of the Blood War inevitable. It goes on in the background of whatever else you're doing, and for planar travelers, there's always the danger of being dragged in by a misspoken word. For example, a thoughtless yes when asked a question by someone that you didn't know was a succubus. So the goal of the series is to give you a way to think about demons and devils and so on as part of this eternal battle, rather than just treating the fiends as totally separate. Each group of fiends that you encounter is on their own errand, and they don't interact with any of the other fiends. When in fact, a lot of these excursions by demons and such should be pretty intimately bound up with the Blood War. Now, this is the first of 3 planned introduction videos for this series, and like I said, it's just going to be establishing a baseline understanding of my goals and approach with this material. Soon I will have the next 2 parts up for you. The first one will flesh out my approach to this material, including a word about the sources, and the other video will deal with alignments. I think that now that I have done several of these videos, I'm better able to sort of explain what exactly I'm driving at and where, my baselines are here. That said, I do have a lot more content for the History of the Blood War series and for the Near Zone channel in general. I am going to try and do some longer form videos in the future. I'd love to do an hour video, but those are not as easy to script as it might seem, if you haven't tried to do it before. So I'm still working up there. I have some big topics to tackle, but I also do want to do some shorter form content as well. I'm not sure if this is going to go up first or if a Hezro video is going to go up first. I might change my mind, while I'm doing some editing, but I'm going to do some shorter videos focusing on the specific types of demons and devils that you'll find in the Blood War. Obviously, starting with the Hezro, next I will do a devil, and I'll probably go back and forth. There's a lot of topics that I want to do. If you have any topics that you want to hear about, please leave them in the comments. I am not a huge commenter myself as far as replying. I'm trying to get better at that, but if I see your comment down there and it gives me an idea to do something, I'll keep it in my mind, and you might get a surprise with the topic that you want to discuss in the future. With that said, any support that you can give the channel would be greatly appreciated. If you could like and subscribe, tell your friends about the channel, especially if you are in a D&D group and you feel like this could, give either yourself or people you're playing with some kind of, extra information. Or if you're just looking for more videos to, just to chill out to, I hope I can provide that as well. I love these kinds of lore videos, so I kind of want to add back into that ecosystem. Again, I am on Twitter, I have a Facebook page, and I have a Patreon. I know I haven't been updating that too much, but if I start getting some patrons over there, I will definitely start to put more of my effort into the Patreon. But regardless, I am just more than thrilled that you are watching the video, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope you will enjoy what is coming to the Near Zone channel and the History of the Blood War series in the future. I am your presenter, J Onwuka, and I will see you again very soon. Thanks.